Now, as we head towards Web 3.0, I'm predictably getting many, many more guests around the emerging technologies such as blockchain and the Internet of Things, voice search and so much more. But as crypto investors will tell you, this space is quite volatile at the moment, and the first questions I usually want to ask when interviewing anyone around a blockchain company is what problems are you actually going to solve, and why blockchain, and what about the partnerships? Because without real-world adoption, it doesn't matter how great any technology is or any tech-based solution is. So today, I want to try mixing things up a little bit. Yes, I have a healthcare-focused blockchain company that's developing the world's first interoperability health data standard for decentralized apps and smart contracts. But rather than just dive in and get him on here and ask about the partnerships, ask about the adoption, I asked them to bring on one of their partners on the show today. And they're the good guys at Good Shepherd Pharmacy. What's the worst that could happen? So buckle up and hold on tight as I beam your ears all the way to Tennessee so we can speak with Phil Baker from the Good Shepherd Pharmacy and Stuart Lackey, co-founder and CEO at Solister. So a massive warm welcome to the show, guys. Can you tell the listeners a little about who you are and what you do?
Sure, I'll go first. My name is Stuart Lackey. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Solister. And what Solister is really the idea born out of a collaboration and essentially a whiteboard exercise, Neil, where our co-founders and a trusted team of advisors gathered about a year and a half ago here in Nashville, Tennessee. And quickly, for those that do not know, Nashville is kind of the center and mecca of healthcare services in the United States. There's over 450 healthcare direct companies and an additional 400 agencies and kind of providers and suppliers as a result of that. So while we're probably most famously known as the Music City for our entertainment, actually the healthcare industry produces a significant amount of more revenue and jobs than entertainment, almost at a 4-to-1 ratio. So side fun fact there. But essentially, our team got together and all of us experienced in healthcare and have participated at different levels. Some of us as providers, some of us as entrepreneurs, some of us as administrators, and had a really cathartic experience as to try to identify what's wrong with healthcare. And around that same time, blockchain technology kind of started to gain some traction, and we contemplated what a more decentralized, patient-centric health experience might look like, not just in the U.S., but globally, because the technology affords us to be able to consider that, perhaps for the first time. And so Solister was born out of that initial conversation and then through a collaboration of, again, healthcare advisors and partners, all who see the vision and the benefits of a more patient-centric health ecosystem in reality.
I'm Phil Baker. I'm a pharmacist in Memphis, Tennessee, about 3 hours from Nashville. And 3 years ago, I opened a nonprofit charity pharmacy to serve low-income uninsured people with free medications. That quickly grew into a membership model pharmacy where we don't accept insurance or any of the corrupt pricing practices associated with it. Our members pay a flat monthly fee and get all of their prescriptions at cost or below. And so over the course of 3 years, we've grown our pharmacy to 1,000 monthly subscribers. And this was moving into a project where we're going to be the first program in the country where any individual can donate their unused oral chemotherapy medications. These are prescriptions that cost upwards of $30,000 to $60,000 per month. They can donate those unused meds to our program, and we'll be able to redispense them to low-income uninsured patients who would not otherwise have been able to afford them. And so in gearing up, it took 2 years of work with the state of Tennessee to get the law changed to even enable the program. Looking at gearing up to start that program around October of this year, which we did successfully launch in late October, I started learning about blockchain. And I'm not a technical guy. I'm a pharmacist, and I'm not even a very handy person for that matter. But blockchain just really made sense to me in that it enables price transparency. It will enable the patients to own their own data, monetize that data. From a chain of custody perspective, it obviously makes a lot of sense. And I thought, wow, this would be a really great use case. This specifically just reclaiming these chemotherapy high-value medications, using a blockchain system to reestablish chain of custody, and then ultimately we want to track that all the way down to the actual health outcomes that are resulted when we recycle these meds and give them to patients who wouldn't otherwise be able to afford them. Blockchain just sets the stage to do all of that.